Welcome in, everyone. It is Jaws Munch, and once again, we are going to be giving you guys a new video talking about a very interesting setting that is here that has been added to Beyond All Reason, and that is the Q or Quota mode, technically Quota mode. This is a new setting that I think just recently got introduced like a couple days ago, maybe a week ago at most. Now, quota mode is something you have to toggle, right? So it's kind of, think of it similar to repeat mode in the fact that it's a toggle button you have to switch on, otherwise the default is that it is off. Now, what the purpose of quota mode is to make it so that no matter what across whatever's happening across the map, you will have X amount of a certain type of unit. So this is going to be exceptionally good in a couple situations. First, let's toggle quota mode on. And if you want to always have 3 constructors working, you can set your quota here to have 3 of them. You could also raise it, and it will produce that next unit as soon as it is required. All right. And this is great for especially things like res bots, especially even into the late game. Res bots are extremely powerful. So you can maintain a certain quota of res bots. Say you always want to have 15 res bots at your disposal. Your factory will produce them when required. So let's say that some of them end up going to harvest some resources, but they end up dying, okay? As soon as they die, your quota has not been met, and so your factory will pump out 2 more res bots. So you can, it's kind of an ease of mind thing where you don't have to worry about the quantities of your units. You can just set it and forget it, and it will keep those units going. So you can send all your res bots out, and then if 2 of them die, boom, you will have more res bots popping out as soon as they die. 1, 2, 3, 4, couple of them got wrecked. All right, so very, very handy. Now, this is something that you need to be aware of, is it's not great to start in quota mode, because let's just, for instance, let's just get rid of all of our units here, and then turn all of our quotas off, okay? So now we have a lot less units. We are basically starting over. And say you are in quota mode, and we'll pretend that you're just starting your match. So right off the bat, you're going to say you probably want 10 pawns, 3, 4, maybe 6 constructors, however many constructors. And it's going to arbitrarily pump these units out. It's not going to be in the order that you build them, that you click on them. So it's just going to take the total quantity of units. So let's add a couple ticks and pawns. It's just going to arbitrarily pump out these units. So 6 ticks, or 5, 6 ticks, and just intermittently pump out the different quantities of units. It's not doing it in the specific order that you request the units to come out in. And this is where on your openings, this setting might not be quite as good, because you need your constructors at a specific time. Usually you want maybe 1 or 2 constructors, and then 5 pawns, and then another constructor or 2, and then a couple rocket bots, and then you have like your build order that you have in your mind, and you have a plan for when you want them to come out. This quota mode does not take that into consideration. Now, where this is powerful is if you're doing a raid with a certain amount of units and you go and they all die, it doesn't matter, because now you're automatically going to build those all again at an indiscriminately, they're just going to pop out. There's no setting to make them pop out in the order that you request. The other really good factor is if you always need a certain amount of construction bots, and they're say like you're in a 1v1 situation, and you always want like 5, 6 construction bots constantly building metal extractors, if one of them dies and now you lose a construction bot because of some damage that someone does, boom, it dies. It automatically builds it when it's supposed to. All right, so this will be exceptionally powerful in 1v1s, I think. It will be decently powerful in T1 on 8v8s. You just have to wait until after your first build order comes out and then set your quotas. And then in T2, it will be pretty good because you don't want to overinvest in T2. You really want to try to scale as much as possible, but you can maintain a quota on your front line of certain artillery pieces, certain frontline units, and you just have to kind of change how you think about it a little bit. And it can help you not overinvest in your military and be able to invest a little bit more in your actual economy. So I think this is a very valuable mode, and people should look into using it. And if you have tried using the quota mode, do you enjoy it? Does it make sense to you? Do you have any questions about it? Let us know down in the comments. And also, if you like this video, like the video. Helps out the channel a ton. There's not a lot more here to really talk about, but it is a very interesting setting. I think that a tweak they could make, the dev teams, if the dev team ever listens to this, a tweak you guys could make is making the quota mode prioritize the pattern in which you set the quota, similar to a standard queue. I think that would help a lot because then you could just always have your quota mode on and then have your standard build order and maintain that quota and have it operate in the build order that you want it to come out of the factory, if that makes sense. So that's one area I think that could probably use a little bit of change just to make it more usable. But overall, fantastic change, fantastic quality of life update. And thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you want more tips and news about changes that happen to this game. And I will see you guys on the battlefield.